Hello and welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I am Teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to be learning about how to form sentences as questions, the proper order, subjects and verbs and objects in questions. Uh, okay. In this hour, we're going to, I'll be teaching you how to do that, and students will be practicing forming their own sentences. By the way, in the following hour, we're going to play a little game to test what we know, what we have learned in this hour. So if you can, stick around for a couple hours. It'd be great. Okay, pretty straightforward. We're going to learn how to form questions properly. Let me start out by welcoming student, not students, to the class. Where are you guys? Come on in, plenty of room. Come on in and join me. Hi, Heidi.
Studente.
Yeah.
¿Hablas español?
No habla español.
Instead of student.
Yeah. Hi, Heidi. I like your new avatar.
Thank you very much.
Is that your summer avatar?
Yeah, summer kitty.
Summer kitty. Yeah, it looks very summery. All right, summer at the beach. Okay. Okay. Anyway, welcome to the class. Looks like you have some classmates now, so let me welcome them. Hello, Monique.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. How are you today?
I'm fine. You?
Okay. I'm okay. Great. Anyway, nice to have you here, and let me also welcome Carlos.
Hi, teacher.
Hello, Carlos. Carlos, should I call you Carlos? Is that okay?
Yes,
Or-
teacher.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, very good.
Thanks. Where are you from, Carlos?
I'm from Colombia, teacher.
Cool. All right. Anyway, welcome to the class, Carlos. And Mark has joined us. Hey, Mark. What's up?
Howdy.
Howdy.
Just fine. You?
Great. Good to have you back. Okay, let me also welcome Victor. Hi, Victor.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing today?
I have been working every day, all day.
I hear you, brother. Oh, I hear you loud and clear. Okay. Anyway, glad you could join. And also, hello, Mustafa. Always a pleasure. Hey, buddy, what's up?
It's going good, teacher. Thank you for asking. So well, thank you for asking.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay. Questions. We're gonna start. To tell you the truth, tell you guys the truth, I sometimes do question sentence structure as like a 3-class series. Today we're gonna start with the very basics and move towards more advanced. But quite honestly, I expect we will never finish the entire lesson. However, if you download the document in the class description there at Verbling, I'm sure you can learn more about question sentence structure after the class. So just a little disclaimer there for you. We'll get as far as we can get. While we're doing the class, I'm going to be doing some lecture, and you guys will also be practicing forming your own questions. Please, feel free at any point in the lesson to ask me a question about questions. Okay? Because as I said, we're never going to get to all the material. So if you have any questions, don't be shy. You shy, you die. Okay, let me quickly welcome Keiko, and then we'll get to it. Hey, Keiko. Keiko? Hello. What's that? Keiko, are you there? What's that? Is it the sunset? Or I mean the... Okay, anyway. Hi, Keiko. Can't hear you yet. Philip, welcome to the class. Hello. Philip, are you there? Hello? Philip, I can't hear you either. You guys who just joined the class, I can't hear either one of you, just so you know. So try to fix things. Keiko, are you there now? No, okay. All right, let's get started. I'm going to do a screen share, and we're going to get started learning about how to properly form questions. Okie doke. All right, basic rule number one. Invert the order of the subject and the first auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is auxiliary means helper, to help. The helper verb. So when we use another word, another verb to form a verb tense, for example, in a continuous tense, we need the verb to be. Present tense, it is snowing. Past tense, it was snowing. Future, it will be snowing. It will snow. Okay. So the verb to be or will helps us form a verb tense. In perfect tenses, it has snowed before, has, had. These kinds of helper verbs, these are called auxiliaries. So when we form a question, for example, the statement, it is snowing, in a question form, the subject noun, who does the action, is the subject noun, it, and the verb is snowing. Okay, the auxiliary, the first, now this is important, the first auxiliary is inverted. We have verb tenses where we have multiple auxiliaries. It has been snowing. Okay. For example, well, let me just write it. It has been snowing. Okay. In this sentence, okay, we have subject noun it and two auxiliaries, has and been are two auxiliary verbs. And then our main verb, what we can term the main verb, snowing, in the present participle form. So when we make it a question, first auxiliary and the subject are inverted. So, Heidi, it has been snowing should be what? In a question form.
Has it been snowing?
There you go. So although there are two auxiliary or helper verbs, the first one, first, is the key. That is the one that changes place with the subject noun. Can. Please remember that can is an auxiliary. So he can speak English becomes can he speaking? Well, I'm sorry, German, not English. Where's my head? Can he speak German? All right. Have lived, perfect tense. They have lived. Okay, becomes have they lived. All right, future tense, she will becomes will she. All right, very basic. He was becomes was he. You have becomes have you. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay. Can we do this? Let me see if I want to see if you guys got this. So let's see how quickly we can make our own sentences. After I welcome Alejandro. Hey, Alejandro. Good to see you again.
Hi,
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm fine.
That's cool. Nice to see you again. And Nader, long time no see.
Yeah, thank you. How are you today?
Somewhat pleasant.
This-
I don't even know what that means, Nadar. Somewhat pleasant. Doesn't even make sense. Okay, anyway. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's give this a try. Now, I'm gonna test you guys a little bit. Let's see if you can think of a verb tense that is needing an auxiliary verb. All right, and then form a question. Okay, I just want to test you guys if you can do this. Heidi, we already did it. So, okay, I'll come around to you later. Monique, form me a question. Ask a question, any question, with an auxiliary verb as the first word.
Has you been studying?
Okay. Problem. Monique, there's a problem here.
Okay.
What is the problem? If we make this a statement, you has been studying. Does that work?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
And here's why.
Have.
There you go. Okay. Have. Okay. Right. We've got to conjugate the verb properly. I have, you have, they have, we have. Okay. In the third person, he has, she has, it has. Okay. So, all right. That's it. You just didn't have the correct auxiliary to conjugate the verb. Okay. Carlos, give me a question with an auxiliary as the first word. Anything, any tense, I don't care.
Do you have a car?
Okay, I knew somebody was going to do this. And there you go. Okay, if there is no auxiliary, use part of the verb to do, because in simple present and simple past tenses, when we form a simple present or simple past sentence, okay, I am fat. Woo! Okay. All right, the simple verb am. There's no auxiliary there. He speaks French. There's no auxiliary in the simple present tense. However, when we form the negative, he doesn't speak French, we need an auxiliary, and we use the auxiliary does. Or when we form a question, do you speak French? Okay, so when in a normal sentence, simple present requires no auxiliary. However, in negatives or questions, then we use do. And so when we form a question, basically we add an auxiliary. Okay. Okay. I was fat. All right. He spoke French. Past tense. Okay. In the negative, he didn't. Again, I'm using the contracted form. Did not is didn't. He didn't speak French. Simple past, we need to add an auxiliary or helper verb in order to form the sentence. In this case, didn't. Yeah. Okay, and in the question, didn't he speak French? in the question form, we're going to add an auxiliary. So although the regular tense of the verb does not have an auxiliary verb, because we're forming a question or a negative, we need to add that auxiliary. So yes, Carlos, that is a correct sentence. So there you go. Mark is
Teacher,
gone.
I have a question.
Oh, you're there.
I have a,
Mustafa,
I have a
shoot.
question.
Yes.
Just about the last question you made. Didn't,
Mhm.
can we say did?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Did he
Yeah.
speak French? Or did he something? You said didn't. Didn't he speak French? Can I say did? And give the same meaning or different meaning when I say did? Did he
Yeah.
speak?
Did he speak French? Yes or
Hmm.
no? No, it has a slightly different meaning. You know. Um, well, think about the context, Mustafa. Okay, didn't he speak French? Okay, you're asking if he could. I don't know how do I explain this. Um, did he not speak French? Was he unable to speak French? Okay, basically that's what I'm asking. Did he know how to speak French? And if I say did he speak French, I'm asking did he actively speak French? Do you understand? That wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Thank you.
that was the clearest explanation, but um, okay. Okay. All right. I tried. Okay. Let's whip around and see if we can form a question just using an auxiliary. Mark, can you give it a shot?
Yeah. What about, have you ever seen the rain?
Have you ever seen the rain coming down sunny day? Wow! I love CCR. Good job, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Victor. Good job. Very good. That is correct. That is a. And what tense, Mark? Let me test you further. This is too easy. Then tell
Present
me.
perfect.
Present perfect. There you go. Then to see if you can tell me what tense it is. Victor,
Okay. Have you ever been in South America?
have you ever been
In South America.
in? Okay. Well, yes, I have, Victor, my friend. Been to Caracas, actually.
Yes?
See. Uh, okay. What tense? What verb tense is that, Victor?
Is present perfect? No, not
Yes, it
present
is.
perfect.
Yes, it
Yes?
is. Yeah, yeah. Be confident, man. You got it. Yeah. Have you ever been in South America? Great. Present perfect. Great. Good job. When we talk about experience or make questions about people's experience, we typically use present perfect tense. So, great. Thank you for allowing me to make that teaching point. Mustafa, form me up a question, good sir.
Was it sunny yesterday?
Okay, and yes, it was. Okay, what tense is that?
Past simple.
Wait a
Past
minute.
simple. Was
This
it
is.
sunny yesterday? Was it sunny yesterday? Was sunny. Was it raining yesterday? It would be past continuous.
This is an interesting sentence. Hmm. Oh, I love teaching English because it frequently makes me go, oh my God, what the heck is this? Wait a minute. All right. Am I crazy? Hey, how come we don't need do here? Why do we not need do, Mustafa? What's going on? Past,
I
past simple. Am I crazy? Present simple. Oh my goodness, what is happening? We just said if there's no auxiliary, you use part of the verb to do. Oh my goodness, we just learned that. What happened? What happened,
I
man?
don't.
Am
Teacher,
I
you tell me.
crazy?
I don't know. I don't know.
Does anybody know? Why? Why is this happening? Why is this happening to us? Why? Does anybody know?
Yes, because
Verb
you're
to
using
be
the to
is
be
an
verb.
is
Oh, okay, hang on. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ladies first. I don't know who else was talking. Monique. Monique.
verb to be is an exception.
It's an exception. That's always the easy answer. Yeah, as English is so full of it, full of exceptions. Okay, well that's my Monique. That's my excuse that I use when I'm teaching. You're not allowed to use that one. Okay, that one's mine, baby. That belongs to me. Good one though. I love it. Okay, what else? Who else had an answer? Who else had an answer? Carlos, was that you? Who else said something here? Victor? No?
Yes,
I don't know
I believe
because
it's the
it's
same.
a verb to be.
Because it's what?
Yeah.
Because you're
Because it's
using
verb.
the to be verb.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, Carlos. Victor? What was that?
Go ahead, Carlos.
I say exactly the same. Because it's verb to be.
Because it's what?
And you.
Because it's an adjective.
Because it's the verb to be. That's why. Okay. The verb to be, all right, is treated, even when it's the main verb, it's treated as an auxiliary. And you really kind of need to think of it in that way. Even in speaking, the verb to be is frequently reduced as if it were an auxiliary verb, even when it is the main verb. Okay? It gets treated as an auxiliary in sentence structure and in pronunciation, basically in all ways. In English, the verb to be is basically considered, even when it is the only verb in the sentence, it is treated as if it was an auxiliary. Always. Just imprint that on your brain, okay? Because that's the way it is. Kiko is gone. Philip, give me a sentence with
Teacher?
an yes.
Yes. Yeah, teacher.
Hi, Philip.
Yeah, teacher. I am.
Make me a question starting with an auxiliary.
I have technical worries, but I can say, how long have you been teaching English?
Okay. Well, okay. Hmm. All right. Okay. Two things. I need to augment what I said. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay. How long have you been teaching? Okay. Would you mind muting Philip, because you're echoing? You must have the verbal window open.
Yes, I have itches. I have worries with verbal.
Yeah. So it echoes horribly. Okay. Either close the window or
Okay.
close the verbal window. Causes feedback, which echoes for everyone. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. Okay, this is this is not an auxiliary. The auxiliary Okay, the actual verb construction is have been teaching. Okay, so what I was asking you to do is start a question with an auxiliary. You might do it like this. Have you been teaching English for long? Oops, for long? All right. There we go. Now, have been teaching. This is we're using an auxiliary. So, wait a minute. Let's just strip this out. Let's just take it out. What do we notice here? Hang on. I have no Microsoft Office skills. I am pathetic. Okay, here we go. Have you been... Oh, look at that. Have you been teaching... Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. This matches this. They're exactly the same. Have you been teaching... What is the only difference? We add the interrogative in front. Dun, 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 dun. Otherwise, they're identical. So, Philip, what you're doing is you're going you're jumping in front of what I was going to say. Most questions with question words are made in the same way. Simply, we stick the question word, or just so you guys can see it, and because I'm going to say it, so you know what I'm talking about. Interrogative. Whoops. And I forgot how to spell it. A question word, a formal word for questions are, we call question words interrogatives. So we put the interrogative, how often, why, where, how many, sometimes phrasal, meaning more than one word. We put the interrogative exactly in front of what we have already been learning. Okay. So if I want to add an interrogative to "it is snowing," I just put it in front. Why is it snowing? Okay. Has it been snowing? Why has it been snowing? How can he speak German? It's not so hard, is it? You just simply put the interrogative in front of exactly what we've already been doing. Okay, so there you go. We're simply kind of moving forward in the lesson here. Philip, you've kind of jumped ahead a little bit. You're already using an interrogative. Philip, can you try making another question without an interrogative?
Okay. How how long have you been out of the United States?
Okay, that's again, how long is an interrogative?
Oh, okay, okay. Have you been in Philippines for many years?
Okay. There you go. Now that's what I'm talking about. Have you been? All right. You have been. Okay, so there you go. That's putting the interrogative first. Why? Why? Can I? There we go. Okay. Okay, that's it. Exactly correct. Have you been in Philippines? However, one small correction, Philip. You need to say the.
Okay, okay.
The Philippines. It's actually a very strange exception. Honestly, the Philippines is weird. It's normally we don't put the in front of a this is a sidebar, nothing about questions, but we don't normally put the in front of a country name. For example, it's China. Have you ever been to China? However, if we want to say the People's Republic of China, we need the, or the United States, or the United Kingdom, the Republic of. Okay, if we use words like United Republic or any word in the name of the country that has something to do with an organized group, Republic, United, whatever, Union, something like that, we need to use the. The Philippines is actually a weird exception. It's an odd thing, but I guess whoever named it thought of the Philippines as more of a group of islands, because when we do talk about islands, the Hawaiian Islands. Okay, we use the to name islands or island chains. Okay, but we don't use the for country names. So the Philippines is quite an exception. It's a weird one, but okay, just had to talk about that. Okay, Alejandro, question with an interrogative.
Okay. Can I say
Without an interrogative, I'm sorry.
how you often teach English?
Have you often?
Often teach English.
Why can I get it? No. Stop highlighting. Weird. No, you can't. I mean, you can, but you can't. Because what you're using here is present perfect tense, and present perfect tense demands that we use have or has and the past participle. The past participle of teach, okay, Alejandro, is taught. Have you often taught English? Okay.
Okay.
All right. Do you understand? I have been. Okay. Have you? If you notice, not be, but been. Okay. When we're looking at all of these with have, all of these examples. Okay. Nader. Yeah, Nader. Okay, and a question with an auxiliary beginning.
Hasn't she got married yet? Hasn't she got married yet?
Hasn't. Okay. Okay. Hasn't she got married yet? Yeah. Okay, there's nothing wrong with this. However, what's the verb tense, Nader?
Present perfect.
Yes, it is. Again, she has. Okay, so, you know, we need the correct auxiliary. The only thing I have to say about this is the old
Using positive.
No. The past participle. No, there's no problem with the negative question. Hasn't she got married yet? It's the same. That's a very good point. All the questions we've been practicing have been positive questions. So the same thing happens with the negative.
Gotten?
Yeah. The past participle, you have to just, I don't know, keep this in mind. Whatever. You are correct. There's no problem with this. Hasn't she got married yet? Americans would probably say gotten. They would probably use them past participle gotten for American English. Brits don't do that. Occasionally, Americans and British use different past participles. Another example of that is learnt. Okay, past participle of learn. British use learnt. Americans just say learned. We never say learnt. But, okay, that's just a nuance. Why can I not get this to stop? Please stop highlighting everything. How can I make this stop? I don't understand what I'm doing here. Nope. Okay. Very strange. All right. So, yes.
You wanna change the color?
Yeah, I want no color, but I can't make it
Yeah,
stop.
you have to open drop down menu. Open it.
Yeah.
Open and choose no color.
Yeah, I did that and it didn't work. Okay. Well. Okay. Anyway. All right. So,
Teacher,
yes.
just really quick, sorry. As I understood from you, like gotten in only in US English and the British English, they use gotten. Got. They use got.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's back and forth with British and American. You know, some Brits use gotten probably, and some Americans just use got. But for the most part, yeah. Okay. Again, here, if there's no auxiliary, use part of the verb to do. For example, you speak fluent French. Do you speak fluent French? Okay. Again, we use do. Remember that verb when the main verb and the only main verb was the verb to be. We didn't need do, if you remember. Am I crazy? If I have another verb, do you think I'm crazy? The main verb is think, then I need do. Okay. She lives in Brussels. Does she live in Brussels? Past tense, of course, did, or negatively, didn't. Do or does. Okay, remember we have to conjugate the verb correctly. Do you, do we, do they. Does she, does he, does it. Okay. Did I, did he, did she, did they, did we, did whatever. We can
May
use
I
did.
may I make some sentence?
Sure.
Only me, I haven't.
Okay, sure.
I've never participated in the class like that.
Okay, no, whatever. Okay, I had you do the first one actually a long time ago. That's okay.
No,
Go ahead.
The example, not
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Go ahead. Yes, please go ahead and make a sentence starting with an auxiliary.
From auxiliary, may I use double five question? No.
I'm sorry.
Double five, five double question? No. Where or what?
With an interrogative.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're about to look at that anyway. Actually, we're gonna zip through because as we were doing these questions with the auxiliary form.
Yeah, that's right. But can I use what or where or who before auxiliary? No.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Where had you been before I saw you at the station?
Okay. Where have you been before I saw you at the station? Okay. Again, all right. As we've been looking at beginning at the beginning, yes, that is a correct sentence. What is the verb tense of your sentence, Heidi?
Past perfect.
Yeah. No, it's present perfect.
Oh, I said, where
Had.
have you been?
Had. Oh, okay, I didn't hear you. Where had you been before I saw you at the station? Okay. All right. Yes, it's past perfect with had. I didn't hear you. Right, which makes more sense because you have another action here in the past. Right. Okay. Absolutely, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, a past perfect. So without the interrogative, you could form a past perfect by saying something like, had you been to Spain before the revolution? For example, because when we use past perfect, we're talking about two things in the past. Okay. We've kind of been jumping through the lessons, so just to bring us up to date, and so I don't get confused. Okay. Basic rule, invert the order of the subject in the first auxiliary verb. Second rule, which we've already looked at, okay, if there is no auxiliary, use part of the verb to do. The verb do. When, again, remember when to be is not the main verb. So we use do as the auxiliary for any other verb as the main verb. Most questions with question words are made in the same way. We have seen this. Regardless of whether the interrogative is one word, who, what, where, when, why, or a phrasal how, often, how many, whatever, still works the same way. You just stick the interrogative in front. Note, now, let's look at something new we haven't done yet. Please note, who, what, and which, specifically now, who, what, and which can be the subject. Let's look at some examples. Who is coming to lunch? In this sentence, who is the subject of the verb? All right? The main verb is coming. Who is actually the subject? Noun. Okay. Hi, Brian from outside of class, and no, I am not from Texas. Far from it. Okay. Anyway, I'm sorry, momentarily distracted. Who do you want to invite to lunch? You is the subject of this sentence. We need do because it's not just the verb to be. It's a present, simple present with the main verb want, so we need do. The interrogative still is going first here. So what is different? Not much different. Still the interrogative is going first in front of any other auxiliaries. However, what is necessary to note, there's no subject noun kind of in here. There is none. Where's the subject? It's not there because who is actually the subject. All right. Okay. What happened? All right. Very simple questions. This is very common. What happened? What did you do? All right. In this one, what did you do? Okay. What happened? Obviously, there's only two words. So clearly, what has to be the subject, or it wouldn't be a sentence. What did you do? In this one, you is the subject. Okay, the verb construction is did, do. What did you do? Let's see if you guys can wrap your head around this. Make me a question with who, what, or which, where Who, what, or which is actually the subject noun? Let's see if you guys can wrap your head around this. All right. Heidi, no. Heidi's gone. Monique. Monique, are you there? Okay, I'll do it to demonstrate. Where is she? Okay. Carlos.
Okay. Where does she stay yesterday?
Sorry?
Where does she stay yesterday?
Okay. Wait a minute, Carlos. Yesterday, the time word yesterday automatically means that this needs to be past tense, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
it's where did
there you go.
where did she stay yesterday? Okay.
Where did she stay yesterday? Okay, now wait a minute. What is the subject noun here?
Subject she.
Yes, it is. That is correct. And actually, in my sentence, it is as well. Yes, it is. So, again, who, what, and which can be the subject in a question. Actually, even I quickly wrote this sentence, even I'm wrong there. She is the subject. She is the subject again in the where sentence. You really can't do a where sentence where where is the subject. Okay. Where is France? Where is something? Where, whatever you say, okay. Basically, there's no way to do it. Because whatever you say is whatever is going to be the subject now. It's like impossible. Mark, can you manage this? What we're trying to do is form a question. Who is coming to lunch? Who do you want to invite to lunch? A question where the subject, well, is the interrogative.
What about who's that guy over there?
Okay. I'm going to write full form just so we can look at it. Who is that guy? Over there. Who's that guy over there? All right. Who is that guy? That guy is, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That guy is over there. So if I write it as a statement, I clearly have a subject noun. Wait a minute. Let's look at this. Who is coming to lunch? All right. If I write it as a statement, it becomes is coming to lunch. There really is no subject noun. There's no way to write this as a statement because we don't know what the subject is. It's a question.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Who do you want to invite to lunch? Okay. If we try to write it, okay. No. You. Okay. You want to invite who to lunch? Oh, okay. That's what I'm. Okay. What happened? What is the subject? All right. So what is the subject? Blank happened. We don't know. All right. It's a mystery what the subject is. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Right? Who, what, and which, because it's a mystery. Okay. So Okay. Which door? Hmm. Which? Okay. Well,
Which one do you want?
yeah, which one do you want? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Which one do you want? Okay. So there's, if you try to write it as a statement, all right, inverting. Remember we added do. Oh, which one do you want? Isn't you the subject now? No, or one. No. Yes, do, and you being reversed, you is the subject.
You want?
Okay, so it becomes you want. So here we don't really know. The mystery is the object noun, right? Okay. Who is coming to lunch? Who is the object? Who do you want to invite to lunch? Now you is the object. So when we use do you becomes the object. What happened? What is the subject? What did you do? You is the subject. All right. So when we have a, in other words, when we have a noun behind the first auxiliary, okay, there is no noun, right? In this, who is coming to lunch? There is no noun, subject noun behind the first auxiliary. What happened there? Well, there is no subject noun. You see, you guys see what I'm looking at? That in
Yes, I
fact there is
think.
nothing there. Okay.
But teacher,
Yes.
teacher, about I have a point about you want. Which person? Maybe you can say which person do you want, and you want a person to become.
I'm
No, no,
sorry.
just about the last question. About the last question, this is not for me.
Which?
My question
Okay.
is who are inviting to the party?
I'm sorry. What is your
About
question?
yeah,
Which one do you want?
yeah, about this one you highlighted. I think if we change one, which one do you want? Which person do you want? You want person, something like
Oh,
that.
one. I don't know. Maybe grapefruit. Maybe apple.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here's 10
Okay.
apples. Which one do you want? I don't know, really.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's used, one here, one can be used as a pronoun. So, as, pronouns, we don't really know without a prior reference, of course.
Teacher, about this case, can I say who are inviting to the party tonight? Who
What's
are
that?
inviting to the party? Who are inviting to the party tonight?
Okay, okay, let's see. Who are inviting? Does this make sense?
To the party tonight.
Yeah, well, I don't. All right, fine. Not that that makes a difference, but okay.
I am asking my
No.
friend.
Who
Okay.
are
Okay.
invited? This makes no sense at all. This is not a valid sentence. Okay. Okay. There's no subject here, but it doesn't make
I
sense.
try to use this case when who is become instead of the subject.
Who are inviting? Okay, that's like an action. How about this? Okay, instead. Okay. You know what? That doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Who is invited to the party tonight? Now, who is the subject? Because if you try to form it into a sentence, okay, blank, we don't know, is invited. Do you see? In your in your question, who are invited, or what did you say?
I said who are fighting.
Who are inviting? Yeah, if we try, okay, work with me now. If you try to form that into a sentence, what is that going to look like? Blank
Inviting are
are inviting.
inviting. Are inviting.
Blank are inviting to the party. That doesn't make sense, okay? Because what would that mean? That would mean you don't know who you're talking to. Why are you talking to someone if you don't know who is inviting anyone? Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense. You're talking to someone, but you don't know who you're talking to? That doesn't make sense. You're talking, it's not, logical at all. That you would be asking somebody a question and you don't know. Their question is, who am I asking a question? Mind bender. Okay, doesn't really work. Okay, all right. One more
Teacher,
point.
sorry, I have a question
Sure.
related to the last expression. I can
Sure.
see, yes, who
Mhm.
are invited to the party tonight, or always I use the is. Always
Who
I think
is?
who is a third person, a third person. I
Ah,
can say who are invited.
actually, that's a very good question. Uh, that's a very good question. Ah, very good. Excellent question, in fact. As we're looking at this idea that the interrogative can be the subject noun, why is who assumed to be like he is, she is, it is, not they are, you are, we are, not plural? Ah, that's very interesting. I suppose. Now, actually, I never thought about that. That's a terrific question, and as a matter of fact, I suppose that would mean I'm deducing. I have never had this question. I've never thought about this before. But logically, from what I know about English grammar, that would mean when we use these interrogatives, who, what, or which, as a subject noun, that they are uncountable. Yeah, okay. Who is coming to lunch? Ah, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Good question. Really good question. Because it sounds really weird for me to say who are invited to the party tonight. Even if I'm really asking what different people, plural, what people, plural. Nobody invites one person to a party. That's ridiculous, right? So obviously this is a plural question. You mean who, plural? Interesting. I hadn't even thought about that. That's a great question. But it seems completely crazy to say who are invited to the party tonight. Who is invited to the party tonight? Interestingly, it would seem that that must mean that the noun has to be uncountable when it's used as a noun. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, that was a really cool question. I never ever thought about that before. Okay, note the position of the preposition. It is possible in questions to have these dangling prepositions, dangling participles. Okay, who did you speak to? What are you looking at? Where does she come from? Okay, most English professors, believe me, would beat you up about having prepositions ending sentences, but when it comes to questions, don't worry about it so much. It's more than possible. Okay, as promised. Well, see, we made it through class 1, as I could have expected. Okay, that's all we have time for. If you want, stick around. I'll be loading up another class in just a minute. and we'll practice forming questions, all kinds of questions, in a kind of a random game way. Hope you can join me. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.